So, right on, guys. Well, that was a great conversation. We're going to move it into the Bellew of the week. Let's see what we want to. We're going to kick it off, I think, with a nominee here. Let's see. Where is that? Oh, at the bottom. There we go. It's a little bit of a long clip, but here's one from the Rickster.
Was he what you thought he was going to be in the ring, Mayweather?
I obviously went there thinking I was going to beat him, because I mean he fought Castillo, the first fight against Castillo. I thought Castillo might have nicked it. And then the second fight, Floyd won. And then I saw Floyd fight Marcus Maidana, who is a pressure fight. So not, I'm not big as puncher as Marcus Maidana, but I think in speed, ability, footwork, engine, like that. So I thought to myself, well, if Maidana's, only got beat by him on a split, I think, I've got a better chance. I've got the tools to do this, and as long as I get close enough, because I mean, I wasn't going to beat him on anything else, Simon, and that's totally honest, isn't it? You know what I mean? And right from the start, I could see that I was in with a different class, different level of fighter.
Getting his years, fights, all sorts of things mixed up is the Rickster there, Andy.
Yeah, move on, mate. Ricky's a good part of my boxing youth as well, mate. Growing up, he took some flush shots. Makes a good beer. Maybe I had a few Guinnesses. I don't know at the time.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what,
got
mate.
confused with Castillo, hasn't he?
Aye, see, I'll never forget that time he took that body shot off Sanctioning. I'm like, he's going to get up, eh? And I think the crowd knew he wasn't going to get up, so they started kind of like cheering, willing him, shouting on to get up. He just couldn't do it, could he? It was a hell of a way to go,
that was very sad. He was so left hook happy. He just had to throw some lead rights, and he would have caught Sanchenko totally off guard. Aye.
Did you get the wife, Rob? Did you drop her off? No problem.
Yeah, but I just hope they don't find her now.
Pulling for you, buddy. Let's see here. You're a little bit dim on the volume. I see if you're closer. I don't know what's going on, but let's see here. We got one here from Karis Arningsall said, "I didn't realize you could be counted if you hadn't actually hit the canvas." Well, now you know. Now you know.
I'm glad I didn't follow some of these boxers actually on Twitter anymore. Or I'm glad I didn't really fucking be on Twitter much these days. Actually, fucking hell.
Maybe you do have a life, Andy. Maybe
you
do.
I do.
Okay, tell us yourself.
See here. I'm sorry. I gotta apologize, Jason. You sent me a video. I couldn't get it uploaded. It was just too big. I couldn't get it from my phone to the computers. But just a reference, here's one for you. John Fury when he headbutts a kid. Got our friend John Fury finding the smallest Ukrainian he could and headbutting him at the amidst all the fight festivities, and somehow he was the one who was cut open. So John and his big fat head are getting a nomination.
Pure fighting man. I'll tell you what. It was like it was. See when Tyson saw him, man. He's like, Tyson was actually visibly like, what the fuck is that?
It takes a lot to embarrass Tyson Fury.
He's like, he says, what's happened to your head, you silly cunt? And he's like, he's just literally standing there like laughing away. You sound like it's some sort of badge of honour. You picked out the weirdest dude you could see, mate, and fucking headbutted him. The wee guy was just standing there.
He treats life like he's in a pub fight constantly. I
forget what his name is.
Stanislav Stemchuk.
Stanislav, that's what he was getting his interviews and that. He was fucking
getting pictures with Ryan Garcia and that he's having a ball over there. Fucking, what do you call it? It says a lot though about the money at play over there when that's been swept under the rug. Like, I'm not walking over to Saudi Arabia and headbutting nobody, I'll tell you that much. I'm fucking getting away with it. So, I don't know, he could consider himself lucky
50 lashes
in that situation. Honest to God though, like, I suppose it's been overkill with it this week. Everybody's had their say and everybody knows it's wrong and all, but what the fuck is he at, man? What is he at there? Like, imagine bringing that, and like, that's the kind of fucking shit he brings with him to the fight. Like, that was a disgrace. Absolute disgrace.
Carol Froch was quality. Matty, you need to go and watch Carol Froch's YouTube channel, mate, right? Shout out to Carol Froch. He did a video on John Fury, man. He just ripped him to fucking bits, man. He even quotes Porky Russ sometimes.
He's been lifting Porky Russ.
He has.
He's been lifting Porky
He's been
Russ.
dropping some porky lines on there, like I'm telling you, it's fucking quality.
Here,
and
it's a good job the fight was as good as it was because there wasn't any real, if there had been
True.
controversy over the scoring, it would have accentuated just the sort of bad taste that how the week started off with that headbutt.
I was afraid it was going to devolve into like what happened at the end of the Khabib McGregor fight when all the Chechens and the Irish were getting into it in the crowd, jumping in and punching each other. It was intense. I was honestly
the Irish were, they were getting into it all right. They were getting into it, getting their heads fucking put through the ground. All the fucking boys were all over there on the beer for fucking 6 days trying to find Russian wrestlers. Fuck off, will you? Boys were getting flung around like deck chairs out there.
Fucking Khabib came out that octagon like a fucking eagle, man. Started chasing cunts out of fucking ringside.
He's a fucking bad man. Anyways, Nathan Cleverly showing himself off here, and he's urged to return. Looks in tremendous shape at 37, and he says, "No thanks, I'm too busy having sex." So there you go.
He's found a church.
Cleverly.
He's found a church. He's found a church that specializes in it.
I think that sounds like a cult, Dom.
His IG is funny as anything, by the way. I mean, he's living the dream, that one. Like, he's like you, Matty, stoned all the time, having the ball of his life, mate.
Yeah, he's stoned, but he's like, there's this whole anti-abortion thing going on at the same time, too. He's too intense, man. Too intense on that shit. Let's see. Our good old buddy Lou
it's going to bring
DiBella.
up a lot of fucking intense thoughts, you know what I mean? It's going to start giving stuff a lot of deep consideration in these moments.
There you go.
Nathan Cleverly alone.
Yeah, all I can think of is, fuck, I wish somebody had aborted me. Anyways, Lou DiBella says, I've never cared for
that's so easy for me. I'm going to let you walk with that
Shut
one.
up. I've never cared for Kovalev. Always thought he was a bad guy. I'm sort of enjoying watching him getting his ass kicked.
Ooh, Uncle Lou's gone fucking... That's just missing a few fucks on that one, by the way, for Uncle Lou, but he's must be melting a little bit there.
Yeah,
that's in current affairs, isn't he? It's fucking kind of well documented. It's not a surprise to anyone, is it? Kovalev might be a bit of an asshole. I'm not telling him though.
I seen Kovalev's missus on IG was fucking hyperventilating last night.
You tell him, Rob, and I'll be right behind you.
Well, and it looks like Rocky Fielding has found himself a new buddy. Let's see here. Him and Ryan Garcia spotted hanging out on a boat somewhere, and he says, "Big bender pending." I have there's a lot of things he can mean by that one. I guess we could address it. I'm wondering how they met. Do you think they met in Prince Andrew Anonymous Club or something, Rob?
Maybe I don't know. A donkey club or something like that. You never know.
It's an unlikely pairing, isn't it? Do you think Ryan Garcia knows who Rocky Fielding is, or he just thinks he's some lad getting a photo with him?
Well, he knows who he is now.
I think they're on a boat together. They're hanging out in that Lonely Island or whatever group. I'm on a boat, motherfucker. You know.
Stevie G probably introduced them last night.
I tell you what, there was
taking the boat to Epstein's Island to try and get to the bottom of shit. I think maybe that's what he might be doing.
No, there's a lot going on here, and I honestly don't want to know anymore. Do you guys want to know anymore? Some things just better left unsaid, I guess. Let's see here.
Fucking Ronaldo to Rocky Fielding in one night. He's having some time of his life, isn't he, Ryan Garcia? Fucking hell.
YOLO, Rob. YOLO. Our good old buddy Mauricio Suleiman says he just finished the second podcast. I'm looking for a name for it. Any ideas?
Wanker.
We be crooks.
Uncle Mo's I don't know, Uncle Mo's boxing chat or something like that.
Just what the world needs, another fucking podcast.
As you said to me, Rob, during the week, you're not listening to it unless the Hurry guy's on it.
Here, Matty, yeah. I actually came across Ted DiBiase's podcast the other day. I don't know how I came across it, but anyway,
really?
I loved his title of his podcast. Everybody's got a pod.
I love it.
Oh man. Oh, that's a great callback. Oh, love the $1 Million Man. That was from the heyday. Good old Mauricio. Well, if you can think of a good name for his podcast, why don't you go ahead and send it to him? He wants all of your input, people.
Please tell me you've got his picture of him looking crestfallen, looking at Tyson Fury as that result gets.
I don't think I have it, sir. I don't.
Shit.
Let's see here. Got the Gad here. Hanging out some people in his shorty shorts. Looks like Gad needs to hit up leg day there. What do you think?
He skipped leg day there, so's Chisora looks at it as well, man. He looks like he's on fucking prosthetics there, actually.
I was listening to Bunce interviewing Chisora for the 5 Live pod after the fight, and Bunce signed off the interview saying, "That's we've just heard from our Five Guys ambassador, Derek Chisora. Thanks for that, Derek."
Yeah, David Hay was loving that result last night, was he? No, holy
was, aye.
shit, he was fucking
He
choking
got it
on that
right
one.
for once.
Yeah.
Aye, that's right.
The guy looks like he's fucking working from home during COVID times there, don't he? He has the fucking button-up shirt for the Zoom meeting at 10 a.m., but he's got his fucking boxers on underneath it. Like, fuck that.
I've got some stellar nominations for the God here. I'm going to play them here, Matty, because you may not have been able to cut them, but this was at the start of the week, so
Okay.
I'll play them here, and hopefully they'll come through. Hold on.
Don't bring him that
I'm not dumb.
content.
I'm not fucking dumb, boy.
If you looked, and this is why Usyk is so high in the pound-for-pound list, the mythical pound-for-pound list in many people's eyes. He belongs in the top 5 with Terence Crawford, Saul Canelo Alvarez, Noya Inoue, and perhaps who else am I putting? If you looked,
You get that one?
Turn up a wee bit, mate. Turn up a wee bit if you can, mate, and closer
Well,
to your mic.
I'll turn it up.
It was nice to take a trip around the world with Gad. I heard it. What's the next
I
one?
heard it. I heard it. It's just for the listeners, though, just in case they're listening in the car, for example. It might be too low for them to hear it.
Bear with me.
if you looked,
That's better.
this is why Usyk is so high in the pound-for-pound list, the mythical pound-for-pound list in many people's eyes. He belongs in the top 5 with Terence Crawford, Saul Canelo Alvarez, Noya Inoue, and perhaps who?
I've got a better one. I've got an even better one. He was coming out with some. He was coming out with some rare stuff. This is the best one.
This is going to be an incredible week of history for boxing because the undisputed heavyweight title is big tribally, philosophically, historically, in terms of neuro tribes. These are the great gladiators from the olden times.
Here.
What in the...
Let's keep the Gad train rolling. Hold on, there's a few videos
Neuralink
here.
Take my eyes off everywhere. There's lights flashing, boxes flying about everywhere. Gareth A. Davis is dancing, vibing. What do you make of Tyson Fury giving Usyk credit?
He reminds me of this Vice episode I watched about aging rager drug addicts in the UK. Anyhow, I'm not saying he's on drugs or anything. He just reminded me of those people. Hold on, one more.
It just feels so big. It feels enormous.
Oh, yes, that's what I'm talking about.
As was the length of this GAD nomination, but it was quite the string right there of nominations for the.
Well, I've got the this is not from the GAD, but from Spencer Oliver. This one, in light of how the fight actually panned out last night, this one was made to look even more ridiculous than it already was. Here we go.
On him, exactly. And Usyk is one of those guys that I think you can quickly steal their soul from. But as in, on him, exactly. And Usyk is one of those guys that I think you can quickly steal their soul from. But as in,
Alexander quickly steal his soul, Usyk.
Fuck me. Holy shit!
That's
like Johnny Nelson. That's like Johnny Nelson Usyk's an average southpaw man. What the fuck?
What possible evidence?
What are they watching? By the way, come out with that.
He's
statement.
still bitter over that take, isn't he? That he gave about AJ and Usyk after the second Usyk fight, where everyone was just blaming him, thinking about for being an AJ cheerleader. Like
these people, they're getting paid. They're getting paid to say this stuff. Like,
Dom, I want you to send me that clip, mate. I'm wanting receipts. I'm keeping that. Like, I'm receipting that one. I want receipts.
As Steve said, what possible? There's no evidence can possibly be adduced to support a statement like that.
Look, Spencer Oliver is involved in the sport. Again, this is what I'm saying, right? People saying, "Oh, you've never boxed. You're not allowed an opinion." I have said, and you guys have said that, and we've discussed it for long enough that Usyk and that crowd have been, and the mentality is just a different level. And you've got fucking this guys who've been in the sport, ex-European champions, saying, "Well, he's not got the mentality. He could unravel. You put the heat on him." Fuck me, man. It's fucking What is he watching to come out with
As
that?
if,
As you say,
as if we haven't seen Usyk, someone put the heat on Usyk before, like, and him come through it fucking fairly easily. Anyway, look, I don't think anyone really listens to them guys. Like, they're on, like, mainstream stuff, aren't they? Like Talk Sport and Sky, and like nobody really gives a fuck about be listening to putting any stock in their shit. Really, that do they? Do you know what I mean?
I mean, it's just like they're controlling the narrative right through like press week and that, really kind of pumping it. It's just everybody
In
saw
fairness,
it.
in fairness to your man Simon Jordan, I think he got too fucking into the boxing thing a little bit. Like he could have been maybe stayed in his lane and commentated from the side, where it's like, yeah, like he's very kind of he's a casual, but if somebody says something like that in front of him, he will call him out on it. Like, I don't know where fucking Spencer's giving that interview, but that's like, well, what's giving you the fucking impression Usyk is going to fold under pressure so easily like that? Like,
well, Spencer was
everybody else was saying it was nip and tuck. Like
Oliver, he's on Talk Sport quite regularly, Rob, and actually, it was interesting. One of the few people who called the fight right beforehand was Duke McKenzie, and about 2 weeks ago, Oliver was interviewing Duke McKenzie, and McKenzie actually said he was almost absolutely spot on. He said he could see Usyk stopping Fury inside 10 rounds. And he was almost right. And when he said it, Spencer Oliver was just, you could see, like there's a moment of shock whenever they hear something, they hear someone actually telling the truth as they say it, without any fear of the repercussions. They're also
in the mainstream British boxing media is a lot of it is like back the British guy, like, isn't it? Under, you know what I mean? Fucking back him, make him the favorite, like, and don't ever really give the fucking outsider a chance, like. But anyone that know the boxing kind of thought it was a 50-50 fight going into it. I think, like, I don't think many people could split them definitively one way or the other. But here it's for bad. I wouldn't even listen to that. Like, I just tune out. Exactly.
All right. Let's see here. Let's moving on. Would it be a Bellew of the week without Tony? I don't think so. Tony Bellew calls for a lifetime ban of Ryan Garcia. Says, I always believe that any fighter failing because of performance-enhancing drugs deserves a lifetime ban. This is not a nasal spray. It's a performance drug. This is a steroid. It's dangerous. Steroid abuse and performance drugs. I'm harsh. You should be banned for life. Whether you're my mate or not, if you fail for performance-enhancing drugs, you should be banned for life. People will say, well, you back Conor Benn. Was Conor Benn trying to get pregnant?
Yeah, Tony, completely missing the point, yeah.
What?
Exactly, man.
Okay. Let's see here. We got one from press conference.
Blair God, that was amazing.
Blair the Flair Cobbs has created Adrian Broner puppet, which he has brought there to intimidate AB or fuck with him, getting his head.
The one in Don King's office was tremendous, man. That was fucking brilliant. That's the one we need to be getting up.
I wish I had the video on here of Adrian Broner talking about how ugly he thought Cobb's girlfriend was. I tried to upload it, and I couldn't. It was pretty funny.
EB, man.
He did invite her to the after party because he said that
she's
Girls
so
on
good.
Girls is the best way forward. That's something like that.
And Don King's
but it was
like
fucking hilarious.
Don King's in the background, like,
look at that picture. Don King's in the background. Adrian Broner's trying to talk his fucking regurgitated 1,000-time boring ass bullshit, fucking pre-fight nonsense, and Blair Cobbs is doing a Muppet Show puppet impression of him every time he says something. Your man's repeating it. It's fucking amazing. He's like, that shit ain't work. He a clown. And your man's like, that shit ain't work. He a clown.
Fucking Don King looks like he just shit himself out there. He needs to get back to his dementia home. Fuck me.
Looks like the most fucked up episode of Sesame Street ever.
Oh man, let's see here. We got a couple for Eddie Hearn here. I like to call this picture Eddie Giuliani.
That was tremendous, by the way.
Whoever's on that has done a good job there.
I don't care if it's fake. I'm believing that to be real. I'm going to make that real. Actually, I don't care if it's fake. Everybody can pull that game, by the way.
Then we got one here. Eddie showing off them muscles.
That's what I'm talking about, Edward.
And then
get that airbrushing in there.
Is he ripping his t-shirt, or is that just fucking
that Ryan
Nicholson after walking in behind him? Look at the eyes.
The quality work here. Quality work here. Who did this, Dom? Was this you that did this?
Oh, I think that was Ryan Deal.
That's
Ryan
Deal's
Deal.
work,
God
WOTW.
love him. God love him.
Look at AJ, man. That's fucking tremendous.
It's unreal, isn't it?
Dave Allen.
You'd like to save that. You'd like to save that one for like your computer background, but then people would ask questions. It's just too niche. Too niche.
Very clear. You've been at the Devonish. Very clear, mate.
Let's see here. We got our boy Rick Glazer popping in there as well. Let's see here. Paco says, does your boy Oscar owe El Chapo a couple million to El Chapo for the cocaine crack? Rick Glazer says, take that ridiculous comment down or you will be blocked. What a threat.
Fucking glassed.
I don't know if
he
this...
the lead of this thread was Rick Glazer saying that Al Heyman has disappeared and nobody's heard from him in about 2 years, and that he has all Floyd Mayweather's money. And then everyone was like, well, if that's the case, why the fucking Tank just make a fight on PBC? He was like, that was done through PBC executives. And then your man's like, don't your boy Oscar owe a couple of million to El Chapo? And that's when he responded with that. Like, but yeah, he's made out that Uncle Al has disappeared with the bank, and that's why Floyd is over in Dubai and he can't get out. Which would be fucking amazing if it was true.
Quality. Oh yeah, that's all we need is Floyd Mayweather in a real life version of a Kurt Russell movie.
Is a nomination for Floyd, actually. I don't have the screenshot, Matty, but he was sort of promoting rumors that Tank against Frank Martin had been kiboshed because of arguments over rehydration clauses. And I think Tank was sort of hitting back at him on Instagram or something, but Floyd,
didn't the WB, whoever sanctioned it, come in and say no? We're thinking about that for another fight. And...
There was a whole sort of clusterfuck about the rehydration. It was some of the guys, the boxing Twitter journalists, got hold of what was going on, and I think basically what looked like to have been the case was that the WBA came under pressure from Tank Davis's side to insist on like some sort of rehydration clause, and then when word got out to the public domain, they quickly backtracked. When it was looking clear that they were only introducing this rehydration clause at the behest of Tank Davis. So it's hard to think of anything that sort of reveals more clearly how sort of pathetic and supine the sanctioning orgs are than that. But
that's what they do.
The last thing Tank needs is for that fight to fall through, by the way.
No shit. He needs to stay active. Let's see.
I think Floyd said it was cancelled and he spelled it wrong as well. That was kind of funny, wasn't it?
Well, he actually, if you look at it, Rob, he actually spelled it right by American English. One L by American English. I say
wrote a joke anyway, Dominic, right?
So cut him some slack.
Speaking of the sanctioning bodies, I don't know if this is funny. I just think it's sad. The IBF have now officially ordered Canelo Alvarez to defend his undisputed WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO super middleweight world titles versus William Skull next. Parties have 28 days to agree to deal in person.
Do you know who was annoyed about this, Matty?
Canelo?
His Excellency.
I can see that.
His Excellency was none too pleased with this.
William Skull.
Who the fuck is William Skull?
He's a German fighter, I'm sure.
Darryl Peoples of the APF make sure that his next trip to Saudi he doesn't come back with a severed hand or something.
Big Billy Skull for Mexican Independence Day. That's the fight we all want to see. What the fuck, man? William Skull. Will you fuck off, IBF?
Have him in the Azteca, Rob, like Greg Hogan and Chava.
They're supposed to fucking strip the heavyweight title now, aren't they? Next, like them.
2 weeks. Usyk's going to lose the belt in 2 weeks.
And so the rematch won't be for all the belts. Like, what's the point in the rematch then? Like,
well, I don't think we all know.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think. I've never sensed Fury is actually that fussed about all 4 belts. It's more now.
Fury just more money out of his purse he has to give out.
Fury, and Fury Usyk said it's developed more into it's worth a lot more now than all the baubles. It's the championship of each other in a sense.
Yeah, but I want it to be for all the belts. So is anybody thinking about that? Do you know what I mean?
Nobody cares about Rob. What the fuck? Nobody cares about Rob. That's messed up. Listen,
beast,
we
the
gotta-
beast from the southeast likes that red and gold IBF New Jersey bubble.
They're fucking mandating everything. The IBF. We want to fucking relax, like chill the fuck out. Who do we need fighting for that IBF title? Hrgovic, fuck off, like.
Yeah.
Hrgovic.
Well, I
You
got a
get
couple
no
of videos.
shot, Hrgovic.
Got a couple of videos left here, and then I'll have see what you guys have up for yourselves there. I'd like to thank Dominic and Jay from the Nutters group for helping me compile all of these Bellew of the Weeks. I appreciate very much. Here's another video that I have titled "Man on Cocaine."
See this Tyson Fury ever again. So what that means is, watch the devastation. Watch what he does to Usyk. It'll be like man versus boy. I promise you. He's a serious Tyson Fury at the minute. A serious Tyson Fury.
Because we've seen him lighter and we've seen him heavier. Is this the best weight for Tyson Fury where we... Not necessarily the best Tyson Fury, but the best Tyson Fury to beat Alexander Usyk?
Definitely. I mean, people say what's changed in camp for the last 3 years. Me. I'm not being big-headed. It is. I've come in and I've said, right, this is what we're going to do. And it's nice because he's trusted me. He trusts me with everything. You know, to have someone like Tyson to trust me with everything that goes in his mouth, he won't have any more.
Who is that guy?
That's Greg.
Greg nutritionist.
He works with Dominic Engel fighters, Andy, in the Engel gym. He was Brooks' nutritionist, and worked with Billy Joe Saunders when Saunders was with the Engel gym. He basically the Engel's go-to guy.
He's not with a nutritionist anymore, by the way. Billy Joe,
You gotta hope he's a nutritionist because he said he's responsible for everything that goes in Tyson's mouth. So that's the best outcome.
Well, to be honest, he seems like a very modest man, so I'd imagine so.
Eyes wide open. He was into the whole thing very much.
He sounds like the Ben Davison of food, doesn't he?
And we love everybody over at the at Pro Box, especially because, like us, you give us money, we'll basically say whatever you put up in a super chat.
Fucking right.
So our good friend Damo, Captain Casual, has struck again.
So, Chris, when you look at this fight, you know, we have another Captain Casual said, not sure I've seen such balls in the ring since the post-show party at Devonish. Don't know exactly what that means. I don't care. My point is, this idea, this fight will go down, Chris.
Take it as you will.
Yeah, right. Take it as you will. The way that you saw this fight, technique, balls, what's going to stand out to you more when you think about this fight and the entertainment value and what it brought? Technique, balls, what's the judgment to you?
First of all, I'm going to hang my hat on the fact that I don't know what that means.
Thank you. We all don't.
Well, his name's Captain Casual, so I feel like if anything, the casuals always can even the casuals can understand it's balls, right? It's
right.
It's nuts and
guts.
It was
easily understandable.
You know, the difference between casuals and hardcores is the IQ. The hardcores will understand how a cerebral fight is being fought, but nuts and guts, balls to the wall, even the casuals can understand. And I feel like this fight can be appreciated by both the casuals and the hardcores for that reason.
I'll tell you right now, man, the Yanks don't do banter like us, like, do they?
Oh, fucking amazing. That is. I don't quite know what that means, Chris Hazier. I'm pretty sure.
And you see, like, I was he's sitting there, like, when he's listening to it, he's sitting there like a resting dick face, but he's like listening to it. He's like, what?
He knows something.
Paulie decides to fucking go. I think like the casual guys know that. It's talking about the Devonish. It means balls in the ring, guys. Big balls. Where's your balls, guys? Where's your balls at the Devonish?
Here, so I don't know who this is from. I'll read it out, Matty.
Brilliant, man.
I don't know if anyone remembers at the workout, at the open workout on Tuesday, or maybe the final presser, people were commenting about the redness around Fury's eyes. And so someone, I don't know who this is from, but anyway, I'll read it out. One thing that no one is talking about, but is a concern I have, is the tissue around Tyson Fury's eyes looked a bit red or even bruised when he was interviewed at the Grand Arrivals the other day. Almost like he'd had front row seats at a show at the Devonish. I don't know who that was from, but whoever is from.
Oh, God.
This is gonna have a standing joke now for a bit until they get fucked off with that. Like, but
you really want to fucking put Paulie into meltdown? Someone
so
fucking super chat him. Someone super chat him and say, Conor McGregor showed me that sparring footage and he beats your ass. You fucking have a meltdown on the
yeah, you put $5 in a super chat, they'll say it.
Pretty clear and obvious, guys. Pretty clear and obvious, Chris Algieri. We're being attacked by trolls. Okay, you guys don't get pussy. Okay, don't brag about my side piece.
Broner throwing him was something glorious, like.
Well, that's everything everyone has submitted. I gotta say, the one thing I do love about being in the host role is the fact that I don't have to put up anything myself. Andy, you got any nominations?
I've got a few, mate. One for Buffer. I think he called the Usyk's weight as 233. I think it was actually 223. I think it was officially. So Buffer just, oh man,
Washed.
Oh, washed, mate. Beyond washed. Like it's just fucking done.
Steve was saying me after Buffer announced the result. Steve didn't believe that the scores were right.
You're probably triple checking that one. Like you're probably worried.
He's had some fucking career Buffer all the same. He's around fucking long as Lee Majors. Like I feel like they were in their prime at the same time, and the Fall Guys a long time ago, and Buffer's still fucking here reading out fucking weights wrong.
He turns 80 in November. He turns 80.
Buffer's prime was Tyson Spinks in June '88, and he was calling out Donald Trump at the convention center. He hasn't. I think it's an understatement to say that he hasn't aged as well as Jimmy Lennon.
I seen one. My cousin was right into the. He's a proper casual, right? But he only turns up for the big fights, and he was texting me a picture of Usyk with that fucking hat he had on last night, and he says that hat's made out of Russian army conscript. I thought that was quality for his fucking standards. To be fair, I don't know if he stole it. To be fair, but to be honest.
By the way, on that, everyone who's fucking don't watch boxing, leave me the fuck alone when the boxing fight comes on, will you? You fuck off, will you? I don't want to fucking answer WhatsApps the best of the times. I don't fucking break down your bets on your fucking degenerate gambling fucking accumulators. Fuck off, all of you.
One for Fury. One for Fury for his snide bollocks after the fight with the geopolitics. He only got a decision because of the war. You know, just throw that one in there as well.
I was shocking.
That was disappointing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that was.
I
really...
think he was concussed though. Like he thought it was January fucking 2 seconds.
That's right. He said, you know, he was obviously in a bad way after that 9th round. How he made it through to the end of the fight. You know, you could probably say even Usyk's interview with that Ade Oladipo for the zone. There wasn't, you know, it was a pretty poor interview. Like there was nothing you could glean from him. It would have been best to let both guys just get to the hospital or whatever they needed to go to, and there was plenty for all the respective punditry teams to dissect. As was said, there was so much in the fight. There was plenty to be talking about.
Well, that's my next point, because the punditry team is also up for the next vote, because Todd Grisham, right? I know he's not everybody's cup of tea, but I thought I loved his low key shithousing. So see when all the big stars appeared, and that, you know, the league commentator says, and there he is, he's appeared, and that type of stuff. So anyway, Ryan Garcia just appeared, ladies and gentlemen. Still looking for that B sample. I thought that was fucking brilliant. That was a golden clicking moment, that one. Like, oh, it was brilliant. Uncle Mo looking at Tyson or crestfallen. What else we got? Oh, aye. True Geordie was going fucking bananas last night when Fury got dropped, man. I mean, bananas.
All
He
right.
was calling him a bastard, wasn't he? He was like, get that bastard, get him.
I need to go back and watch it, but he was fucking losing his shit.
Well, they had a falling out, didn't they? Fury, he was interviewing Fury, and Fury fucking called him a shithouse and a prick, and said, "I'm never doing an interview with you again," and walked out midway because he didn't like the line of questioning. He was replaying during the week some of his interviews with John Fury when he was talking about being at rock bottom, and said, "What was rock bottom like for you, John?" He was like, "Oh, at the worst, it was 2 bottles of whiskey a night, 3 brasses, and if there's some drugs, I'll have them as well."
Rob, do your look me in the eye so I can gauge it. God.
Oh, what am I, a performing monkey? No,
No, it has to be spontaneous for proper effect. It has to be spontaneous.
Yeah, exactly. It has to be.
I've got a great nomination here that someone's just sent to me. So Lennox put out a tweet last night when the result was announced. He says, "Welcome to the club at Usyk, #undisputed." And this was quote tweeted by none other than the GOAT herself. He says,
Thanks, guys. I was in here waiting for you.
She's projecting.
2-time undisputed club! ! Actually,
on her, there's a good one for Ryan Garcia. Was DMing her during the week saying, "Let's have a baby together." And she was like, "Ryan, why are you saying this?" And all. He was like, "I'm just saying though, I'm one of the greatest of all time. You're the greatest female of all time. We'd make a superhuman baby, let's have a baby together. So she starts fucking publishing the screenshots to the fucking mouthpiece, putting his business in the street, and then they got on a Twitter Spaces with each other, and the quote was like, "Don't y'all know I'm engaged?" And Ryan was like, "Oh, my bad," to the homie. He's a fucking legend, man. I don't give a fuck if he's hot or not. But the sport needs him. Like, he's like, "My bad to the homie. I didn't know that." And all fucking, I was just playing around. Clarissa, oh, fucking amazing, man. He's DMing Clarissa Shields, telling her that he wants to have a baby with her for the wind up. What a fucking top man.
King Ray,
Ryan Garcia.
He's a step up from Sonny Edwards, I suppose. But
yeah, who's she gonna choose to go on a date with there? Ryan Garcia and Sonny, I wonder. She's fucking, and then it's obviously been a fucking roller coaster weekend for Ryan Garcia. He's hung out with Neymar, Ronaldo, Anthony Joshua, and Rocky Fielding. How's he got over there, Rocky Fielding? Who's fucking let him in there? Like, fuck's sake.
Doesn't he live in UAE or something?
Does he? Yeah.
I think he was one of the people that moved over there.
I think that's right. I think he's actually, you're right, Matty. I think he's helping out. The Saudis have sort of employed like the likes of Joe Gallagher and a lot of different people to sort of to run their boxing operations. There's a lot of UK personnel doing stuff out there. I don't know much more than that, but there was actually someone sent me a shot actually of Neymar meeting King Ray.
Why haven't they asked you to come over there and become Kelly L. Sheik, Rob? What the hell?
I don't know, but as soon as I get the invite, I'm over there, man. I'll be me and Rocky Fielding on the boat.
Do you have any nominations yourself this week, Rob?
No, Ryan trying to get into fucking Clarissa Shields' DM to fucking have a baby with her is pretty good. Like,
that's a good one.
Just fucking John Fury, man. Like, just fucking, I like Tyson Fury. I always like Tyson Fury as a fighter. As personas, I tend to try not to buy into most fighters' personas unless they're total assholes. So I didn't really have a horse in the race. Like, I couldn't say like that I was fucking happy that Fury lost or whatever. But credit to Usyk. But if anyone was going to beat him and he deserved to get beaten off the fucking behavior of the outlet, like that was just fucking disgraceful. Like, disgraceful. So yeah, kind of fucking John Fury has to be the winner this week, I think, doesn't he?
I saw a joke. Someone said it. I don't know who said it, but they're just saying John Fury headbutted the Ukrainian because he refused to let him tarmac his driveway.
Fuck's sake,
that's fucked up. I'm gonna throw one in here, and I actually think here when we do our little reboot, I think I'm gonna change this to a new little short in the week and call it the Adelaide Bird Award for Excellence in Refereeing. But my nominee this week is going to be Judge Benoit Roussel, who scored the Navarrete-Baranchik fight 116-112 for Navarrete. I don't know what 8 rounds there were to give the guy in that fight, but Benoit found him.
Plus the judge that Metcalf in the Fury fight.
How do you have it?
He was the one that scored it for Fury, aye. WBC judge.
Yeah, he had 7 rounds to 5 for Fury.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, that's a little bit of a tough push on that one, but I guess they are entitled to their opinion. Let's see here. So we have those, and then we kicked it off with Ricky thinking that Marcos Madonna fought Floyd before him. We had Damos striking at the Devonish on Pro Box. We had the nutritionist who was on something talking about why he thought Tyson Fury would win. We had Gad in his numerous entries. I don't even know what one to pull up. Let's do the video.
Take my eyes off everywhere. There's lights flashing, boxes flying about everywhere. Gareth A. Davis is dancing, vibing. What do you make of Tyson Fury giving Usyk credit?
Fuck yeah.
He's put that move on the dance floor of Vegas at fucking 3 in the morning a couple of times, hasn't he?
This is a solid week. Solid week. Like
vibing. What does vibing mean?
Vibe. Yeah, I don't know. Feeling the music, I guess.
He's probably swallowing some Ectos, man. And he's just fucking. You know what I'm saying? He's got the head moving, the jaws moving. You know what I'm saying?
We have
more head movement
we'll
than
wish him
Tyson
well.
Fury last night. That was one thing, by the way. Fury's head movement was absent last night. God was taking up all the bandwidth on head movement in Saudi Arabia.
Let's see. We had the IBF making everybody very, very sad. Rick Glazer getting in his usual once-a-week offering of telling someone they're going to be blocked. You had Eddie showing off his muscles and making his appearance on Magic Mike. And also with his hair. Blair Cobb with the Adrian Broner puppet. Bellew and his rant on banning Ryan Garcia. Let's see here. We had Mauricio Sullivan wanting us to name his podcast. We have Ryan and Rocky on a boat. DeBella throwing shade at our good friend Sergey, cleverly talking how much more he likes to bone than fight. Big John and all of his adventures. And Karis Harding Saul learning the rules of boxing as she goes along. Andy,
It's
who are
solid,
you going
mate.
for this week?
It's a solid week. I mean, I was really thinking about John Fury. Really was.
I don't want to dignify John Fury.
I
and
know.
demean
With his
the value of the
reward.
week by
But
giving it to
mate,
him.
I'm going to yeet to the GAD for the one that Dominic played. I had to go and Google what neurotribes means. And I didn't even want to mention it in case I'm wrong on the pod. So
The tribal and philosophical significance of the undisputed heavyweight title.
Aye, but what does neurotribe stand for? Which we'll get on
know.
another. It's
It's
time
the
for
second
bed.
fucking. It's the second scariest Neuralink fucking that's been floated this week. Let me tell you.
It's a fucking GAD for me.
Rob, who are you taking?
I'm not taking the fucking Neuralink anyway, right? I'm not having anyone fucking planting a chip in my brain and start reading my thoughts. I'm going to push back on that immediately. I'd say Tony Bellew was actually pretty good in his response to John Fury when he said, nobody's going to headbutt me, mate. I'll fear no man alive. He's got 2 arms and 2 legs like me, mate. He tries to headbutt me, it's going to happen. And he said, unless he's got Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and he can throw me on the ground and do all that. Other than that, they're getting knocked out, mate. So no one's going to headbutt me. That was pretty good. And then obviously Ryan Garcia then going for the goat, like shooting a shot.
Okay.
Greatness.
Dom, who are you going for?
I'm tempted to go for that Greg Marriott, the nutritionist guy.
It's good as well. Like
Spencer Oliver saying Usyk's the guy that you can steal his soul. That was a corker. I think I'll just go with
that nutritionist. I forgot about him actually.
I'm going to go for the nutritionist. That was outrageous.
Send me that one. I want that one as well. Send me that one as well.
I'll send you that one.
Yeah.
Greg Marriott.
These other people get it all the time. Let's spread the love around.
Yeah, God's had too many.
Yeah, he's got plenty.
Let's go for the nutritionist. I'm going to go for the nutritionist.
All right. Here we go. One more time for the people out in front.
See this Tyson Fury ever again. So what that means is, watch the devastation. Watch what he does to Usyk. It'll be like man versus boy. I promise you. He's a serious Tyson Fury at the minute. A serious Tyson Fury.
Because we've seen him lighter and we've seen him heavier. Is this the best weight for Tyson Fury where we... Not necessarily the best Tyson Fury, but the best Tyson Fury to beat Alexander Usyk?
Definitely. I mean, people say what's changed in camp for the last 3 years. Me. I'm not being big-headed. It is. I've come in and I've said, right, this is what we're going to do. And it's nice because he's trusted me. He trusts me with everything. You know, to have someone like Tyson to trust me with everything that goes in his mouth, he won't have any more.
Yeah, that's gold. That's fucking gold.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.